Jack Sutton was a middle-aged insurance adjuster with an unremarkable life. He spent his days analyzing numbers and his nights dozing off to reruns of old sitcoms. One evening, while returning from work, Jack's car broke down on a remote stretch of road, frustrated and miles from the nearest town. He noticed a faint glow in the distance, a neon sign that read, Eterna Diner. The diner looked like something from the 1950s, untouched by time. Inside, the jukebox hummed a slow tune, and a handful of patrons sipped coffee in silence. Jack approached the counter, where a woman with a warm smile asked, "What'll it be, hon?" Quote, "Just coffee," Jack said, taking a seat. The coffee was rich, the best he ever tasted. As he sipped, he felt an odd calm settle over him, as though the weight of his monotonous life had been lifted. He glanced around and noticed the other patrons staring at him. Their faces seemed vaguely familiar, yet he could not place them. "You are new here," the woman behind the counter said. Her name tag read Martha. "Not many find this place unless they are looking for something." Jack chuckled nervously. "I was not looking for anything. My car broke down." Martha tilted her head. "Maybe not consciously, but everyone who comes here has unfinished business." The jukebox skipped, and Jack suddenly remembered the man in the corner booth, sipping his coffee. He was Jack's high school teacher, Mr. Wilkes, who had died in a car accident years ago. The elderly couple at the other table they were his grandparents. Jack's breath quickened. "What is this place?" he whispered. Martha leaned in. "This is the Eterna Diner. A place where people get one last chance to make things right." The front door opened, and a young boy ran in, carrying a baseball glove. Jack froze. It was Tommy his little brother. The brother Jack had not seen since the day he stormed off in anger over a trivial argument. Tommy had been hit by a car later that afternoon, and Jack had carried the guilt ever since. Tommy approached him, beaming. "Jack, you wanna play catch?" Quote. Jack's voice trembled. "Tommy, come on, Jack." Tommy interrupted, pulling him toward the door. Jack's hands shook as he followed. Outside, the sky glowed a surreal orange. Jack and Tommy threw the ball back and forth, just like they used to. For the first time in decades, Jack felt whole. When they returned to the diner, Tommy hugged him tightly. "I forgive you, Jack," he whispered. And then he was gone. Jack blinked, and the diner was empty. The neon sign flickered out as he stepped outside. His car was running, as though it had never broken down. Jack drove home, his heart lighter than it had been in years. But when he reached his house, the lights were on, and he saw himself sitting in the living room, his own lifeless body slumped on the couch, the TV casting flickering shadows. Jack smiled softly. The guilt was gone. The Eterna Diner had given him what he did not know he needed: peace. As the first rays of dawn broke, he disappeared into the morning light.